Hello, everyone. It's that time of year again. We're going to be looking at the media that was found throughout the month of July. Probably the biggest month of finds so far. So, yeah, not going to waste any time. Let's do this. ASC/DCI STEM. Starting this off with a 2004 short 12-minute short film produced by the American Society of Cinematographers and Digital Cinema Initiatives. It was designed to evaluate early digital cinema systems, including image quality, color reproduction, and digital projection performances. I I didn't really understand any of that, but whatever. After the short was created, it wasn't really talked about that much. The only the only clip available for a while was one from back in 2005. Yeah, the same year YouTube was created. It was a 5-second clip under the title Gigi by a user named RSTGene. While it received little attention at the time, it caught viewers' attention for its high image quality for an early YouTube video. After people discovered what it was from, people attempted to find the full commercial. Finally, on July 4th, it was located on a Bilibili mirror that included commentary from filmmakers. This Gigi clip was from the full commercial, later archived online, thanks to people from the ASDCI STEM Lost Media Hunt, which I believe is a Discord server. Anyway, yeah. Flip Sun Valley Olympiad. This was a 1 hour special starring comedian Flip Wilson that aired once on CBS on April 14th, 1976, and never again. It featured Wilson performing his own outrageous versions of games in the Winter Olympics, special guests from the worlds of comedy, music, and sports. Sorts would include those like Peggy Fleming, Alex Karras, Richard Pryor, Minnie Riperton, Sheila Young, and some ice hockey and downhill racers. So it was recorded in Sun Valley, Idaho. But after the special aired, it fell into obscurity, and due to the fact that it was only aired once, copies became hard to find, and it was never released on home media. All that really existed were some promotional stills and a promo for the special. However, on July 7th, Vimeo user Jayan Digital Media posted a full recording of the special. They stated that the uploader got it from a 1-inch ape found in their father's storage, who both produced and directed the special. Ninjanimal. Not too much to say about this next one. This was a canceled video game that was supposed to release in the early 90s of the Commodore Amiga, Atari ST, and Commodore 64. Despite the name, this has nothing to do with fighting animals, unfortunately. It's just seems to be a typical fighting game with a sort of a Japanese skin to it, with one of the screenshots even including a sumo wrestler. On July 10th, the team at Games That Weren't, a group known for preserving old and obscure canceled video games, posted a build of the game online, marking it as found. SpongeBob SquarePants The Secret Box parody dub. What is this? The third piece of SpongeBob Lost media found? Well, technically, this is unofficial, but you get what I mean. Anyways, in 2009, in 2009 and 2010, a YouTuber going by the name of 24th Power Productions made fan-made voiceover dubs of the SpongeBob episodes Sit Day and The Secret Box. However, their channel was terminated. Their channel got taken down, terminated, most likely for copy. And while some users re-uploaded them, these two dubs were very hard to find. The Opposite Day dub, or the Silverstein concert as it was called, was uploaded back in 2023 by a user named SamusX345. This left the Secret Box dub lost, with not much content from her surfaced, given that this was early YouTube. However, on July 10th of this year, lost users Marcini80 and Kirasame Nisox found the original parody dub and preserved it online, marking both as found. Toonheads, The Many Moods of Daffy Duck. I don't usually talk about stuff unless they're completely found, but I made an exception to this rule considering the fact how iconic this show is to lost media as a whole. Toonheads is an anthology series that ran from 1992 to 2003, which showcased many the old cartoons from the Warner Bros. Era and MGM, and basically showed trivia facts, lasting for 8 seasons with a few specials. While many episodes can be found, there are still a few that are missing. Among these found were 3 episodes that were uploaded previous years, including one that was actually uploaded this year, that being The Many Moods of Daffy Duck. This was part of season 7 and it aired in November of 2003. It was thankfully uploaded online by an Internet Archive user on July 12th. $41,200 Homicide Studio version. Okay, this one I've noticed for a while, but I didn't think much of it at the time. But I guess I'm talking about it. Okay, this was a diss track released in 1997 by the Czech hip hop group Chaos. I hope I said that correctly. Which was in response to a critical review of their debut album by D.A. Rodriguez, going by the name 41200. A hacked studio version was released on the band's website in the late 90s, but since then it was removed. It is also believed to be one of, if not the first diss track ever made in the Czech Republic. While many clips could be found, a full studio recording was not able to resurface. That was until July 13th when ex-Lost Media Wiki user Vaj Techius reached out to another Lost Media named Pinky Noise, who released the article and provided a copy of High Studio Cut, an MP3 file of the which he downloaded from the now defunct Czech file sharing site ulos.to 2023, marking the full studio version of this song as found and being available for the first time since the 90s. Monster Men interactive track. Okay, this refers to an from a CD that was released by rock singer songwriter Iggy Pop. The title "Monster Men" was the song he sang for the 90s cartoon Space Goofs. The CD was released around 1998, which included several images of storyboards, various QuickTime videos about the recording of the music and the making of the show, animated films, and information about the biography of Iggy Pop, which was actually written and signed by him, discography, and information about the production of the series. While the soundtrack is available to find, the interactive track was lost for years. In 2022, Internet Archive user Chemzoid posted the CD on the website that he would post the interactive track soon, but this never happened. Then, on July 15th, Lost Media Wiki user Trev Gauntlet New got a copy of the album and archived track. They even made a video tour of the thing on YouTube, which is now marked as found. Weirdos pilot. If you watched Blame It on Jorge's videos back in the day, you likely remember this show. Oh. Oh. Anyway, if you don't know what the heck a Weirdos is, it was an obscure 3D cartoon that aired on Fox Family in the US and YTV in Canada from 1999 to 2000 for 13 episodes with 2 segments of each episode. The show was actually based on a toy line from the 1960s. Now, while all the series was found back in 2017, there was still an unaired pilot for the show that was well, that was until Mainframe Studios, the company that produced it, found in their archives by the Reboot Rewind team and has been restored and uploaded to their YouTube channel. Boom! Boom Fox adaptation. This one is okay. This one is interesting. Boom was an American adaptation of that aired on a game show that aired on Fox in 2015 2016. It based on a based on an Israeli game show hosted by Tom Papa. Basically the premise of is that a team of 3 contestants cut wires on a bomb answering trivia questions. The more money the questions are worth, the higher number of wires you get and the wrong answers. After the show was apparently canceled due to low ratings, but there's no source for this to prove it's the case. While all the 10 episodes used to be available on Fox's website, they were removed in 2017 and were not mirrored elsewhere. Around 5 episodes were available in full, but that changed on July 18th when an Internet Archive user Volkov1123 uploaded all 10 episodes as found. So now if you want to see how bad or bad the game show is, you can now see it. Ben 10 Big Clash Istanbul and Ben 10 Meteor Attack. So this refers to 2 Ben 10 games that were made by Project Kali in the country of Turkey. The first one let's talk about is Big Clash Istanbul. It was a PC game which Ben found himself in Istanbul, one of the most popular cities in the country, Turkey, fighting aliens. You could play as Ultimate Echo, Swampfire, Humongosaur, Wrath, and a fusion of the latter 2. It was accessible on Cartoon Network Turkey's website, which required an activation code, which would come with the purchase of some Ben 10 toys. On July 18th, a Turkish lost media Reddit user named Rolex Sonar found the game on his old computer with the help of another user fix it where it was playable. Then there's Ben 10 Meteor Attack. Which, judging, not much is known about the game, but according to the commercials that was been found, you would play with a webcam and required you to hold a card to the camera to move Ben in the game, which were given off. Those cards would be given along with various Nesquik products. A day after Big Clash Istanbul was found, another Reddit user named OK_bank6845 found the SW Archive CDX API for snapshots of the website. The cards are still lost, however, the user also said it's pretty easy to track the system. The only Ben 10 that's believed to still be lost are 3 unknown games for a KFC promotion. Kumanchu Royale. Kumanchu Royale, or Rowairaru, I think I butchered that completely, was a Japanese mobile defense tower defense game developed by Ponos Corporation, released on the iMode and Yahoo Kit phones in 2011. A sequel to another game called Nyanko Great War. It was your typical for the time. In 2015, the game was discontinued and is no longer available for download, leading to the game becoming lost. However, on July 19th, a user named Flatbread uploaded the game's files to Dropbox and now can be played in full. Moomin English dub pilot. Moomin is a very popular anime series that is probably best known for its interesting Britishing from the UK. However, there was another attempt to localize the show around 1990 by a company named ETVC Productions. It was helmed by producers Bunker Jenkins and Chris Henderson, and they dubbed the 13th episode of the series The Last Dragon on Earth. This dub did not use the same cast as the British English dub, though the characters were said to have notable southern accents, which implies that the production was done in the southern US, or at least by southern actors. While no footage exists listed online, the full episode was revealed to have been available at the Paley Center for Media in New York City and Los Angeles. That changed on July 20th when an anonymous torrent uploaded the full pilot to Naya.sa. Another user was able to upload this to the Internet Archive. The Kennedys. The Kennedys. The Kennedys was planned to be an American adaptation of the popular BBC sitcom The Royal Family, which was produced by CBS in the early 2000s. The pilot starred Randy Quaid, Pamela Reed, John Francis Daly, Sarah Ann Morris, Angela Patton, and Paige Kennedy. Despite PBS producing the pilot itself, they never picked it up for a full series for unknown reasons. It wasn't available to be, and no clips or images surfaced. That was until July 21st, when user Bun39 uploaded the full unaired pilot online. It's unclear how they managed to obtain this copy, but a day later, a YouTuber named Kev the Ripper uploaded the pilot to their YouTube channel. And now, if you ever wanted to see what this sitcom looked like as for Americans, there you go. Kanye West Donda 24-hour live stream. Blame It on George said this, but I'm going to repeat it. It seems like every year there's a piece of lost media involving Kanye West that gets found. And this is true. This is like the fourth year it's happened in a row. Anyway, in 2021, American rapper Kanye West teamed up with Apple Music to create a 20 live stream to promote his then upcoming his new album Donda. It's the stream is best known for the viral video where Kanye working with him curling weights and doing push-ups. While several clips were available to be found for the stream, the full stream was lost as it seemed to have been, though an after-party listening stream was also available, and that can be more accessible. Then on July 22nd, the entire stream was leaked on YeezyCord, which is a Discord server known for leaking very rare media from Kanye. It was also uploaded to YouTube in 2 parts, marking the whole stream as found. Glory Days. Glory Days was a drama series that aired on Fox in 1990. The show is about 4 best friends from high school, but started to go their separate ways. One of which hasn't decided what they wanted to do with their life. This show is probably best known for starring Brad Pitt before he became famous. The show only aired 6 episodes because the ratings were terrible. For a while, no full episodes were ever surfaced, and finding the show proved difficult as there was another short-lived show called Glory Days that aired on the WB in 2002, though that show did get a home media release. This one didn't. Earlier this month, the second episode of the series, Blastin' the Blues Away, was uploaded to YouTube by the aforementioned Kev the Ripper, which left 5 episodes lost. Then, later that same month, on July 23rd, Lost Media Wiki user Grigio Guy uploaded the final 3 missing episodes to Google Drive, marking the entire series as found. Interestingly, these 5 episodes also seem to have Japanese subtitles, leading me to believe he got them from Japan. Regardless, the full show can now be found online. Where's My Perry DLC? Where's My Perry was remember when I talked about the Where's My Mickey game from back in April? Well, that had its DLC lost. Here's another Where's My Water spinoff. Where's My Perry, obviously Phineas and Ferb show, was in 2012, and it kept being updated until 2017 when it was shut down. There was DLC and while the main game could be found, the DLC expansions were very hard to find. Then on July 28th, Lost Media Wiki user Shadow Knight found a build of the game, including all its DLC, as found. Kablam pilot. If you've paid attention to the Lost Media community, there is a very good chance you've heard of Kablam. But for those who haven't, it was essentially a sketch comedy show hosted by 2 characters, Henry and June, many different cartoon shorts, running from 1996 to 2000. Prior to the series, an unaired 1995 pilot was produced. This pilot was obviously different. A lot of shows do this. But not much could be found, and the only information I came from the Kablam wiki, all of which seemed to be unsourced. But on July 29th, Megalith Records, who actually did some music for the pilot, uploaded it on full online, marking it as found. A Silent Night in Paris. Okay, this one. Okay. This was a 2006 short film on the website mostoffensivevideo.com. It was made. It was called was A Silent Night in Paris, which was meant to kill time during the production of another homemade stop motion film, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It was consisting of a toy Fat Albert in a Santa hat making love with a Barbie doll meant to resemble Paris Hilton. It was meant to be a parody of the latter's explicit tape. Yeah, as you can see, this became lost as the link for it no longer worked. But on July 29th, a user named Raster of Mandomness, video from the now deleted fan upload by a user named IH8 Puritans. Hate Puritans. A user named Tune Editor 01 only uploaded the audio due to the real video footage being too explicit. But the footage can be found on a site called Odyssey. Cold Rain Demo. And finally, we're ending this off with another piece of music lost media. This was a rare self-titled 3-track promotional demo by Japanese rock band Cold Rain, released in 2008 by their record Gill Sound. It only contained 3 songs. Fiction, Come Awake, and Been So Long. Which this seemed to have been very rare because despite being sold, it was lost. Though there was Been So Long was on YouTube, but the link no longer works. That was until this would remain lost until July 30th when Reddit user Reaper_T7 uploaded all 3 tracks to YouTube, marking it as found. And that concludes everything that was found in July. Pretty big month. We already got one thing found in August, so I'll be sure to let you guys know when that happens. Until next time, bye, and keep finding lost media!